Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. We are live. I'm here with Steph the Alternator. We were just recapping our weekend of interviews with Ashley Aldridge, the sister of Casey, Jamie Lynn's ex. Not husband, they didn't actually get married, but baby daddy. And her child, Maddie's aunt, Ashley, came forward and spoke. And I found her to be a very credible witness. We were just talking about some of the details, and I was so glad you guys listened and watched to hear Ashley's side of things. I feel for them. Open invite for them to come back, on Casey as well. And you too, Jamie Lynn, even though none of us think you have the guts to do it, I will be respectful and ask real questions. As long as you're willing to answer some real questions, we can have a civil conversation anytime, but I'm not going to hold my breath, Steph. But we are going to talk today now, as we've hyped in the title here, two real topics I want to talk about. Andrew's back in the news, the Queen. There's some stuff I want to get your thoughts on, Steph, as a maid has stepped up. Some weird stuff. This was the weirdest headline, Steph, which we'll get to in a second. The maid had a day-long training on how to arrange his collection of 72 teddy bears. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to talk about that, as well as the fact that she labeled him a nasty man, horrible, nasty man. We're going to get there. But before we get to that, let's start with Jamie Lynn. The book sales, seemingly not too good from what we're hearing. Now, to her credit, she's number one on one chart, okay? She's on top of the Christian book chart, but to get even more specific, it's number one in the new releases of Christian inspirational. It's like a weird subcategory that's the only category she's been able to own up until this point. And as I verify, she's not even there anymore. She's been removed from that list. I just lost it. Christian books. Wait, she already lost it. That didn't take long. Here we go. Christian. How do we see the Christian charts? Oh my gosh, she's already out of the Christian charts. I got to go back and find it. I didn't think so. That's what I'm proving, though. Every chart that she's been on, she registered in 95 when this book was released on the top 100 of Amazon. You'd think, given all just the T alone, right? Britney Spears, all of it, the curiosity factor alone, Steph, you'd think she would have toppled, at least mid of the top 100 on Amazon for at least a day. No, she topped at 95, and now she's off the charts completely. She's not even on the hot top 100 anymore. It's already gone. That is not a good look for a book of this nature, of the stat. This is just not. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, I gotta admit. And the book sales have not been going as well. When you go and look at the review, she's already lost her. She had one. I was gonna give her credit for one thing, which was topping the Christian charts, but apparently she's already off that as well. She's already off of it. It's bounced now, number 4. So the one place she was winning for a little bit there, she's already sliding quick down. And as you'll notice, they've now slashed the hardcover price by a lot. It's gone down a lot. So it's always a tip, guys. Don't buy the book day one. Wait a few days, because they'll always bring the book cost down. But all of this, bad signs. And the reviews, they apparently did have to pause the reviews because there was some question of what were real reviews. The reviews are not good. She's obviously got a few fans, and she's got some Lou Taylor, I think, people in there. A lot of these book releases have a bunch of people. When you see some of these 5-star reviews, do yourself a favor and read the book and decide for yourself. Don't let the trolls control the narrative. That's not a review. So just like you're calling out reviews, this is clearly a what's the opposite of a troll? A just fake news, positive review. There's a lot of those there. So anyway, some enjoy it, but the majority of the people here did not enjoy it. Fictional book, How to Be a Grifter for Dummies. Reviews can't be turned off. Ha ha ha. In poor taste. Book of lies. And a lot of these really get into actual specific reasons as to why they don't like the book. So, anyway, it's not been a good week for Jamie Lynn, as you were reporting as well over on Steph the Alternerd. And the book, to see the numbers going down as fast as they are, is quite telling. To be fair to Jamie Lynn, the book did leak. I'm sure that didn't help. And all you guys out there who helped that, how dare you? How dare they go and find the illegal copy that was all over the internet? That's just, I don't support that. I don't support that. You guys are just awful people to go and try to take money away from Miss Jamie Lynn. All our hard work. Right, Steph? I mean, can you believe people were doing that? That's just shameful.
It's never happened before, ever. Never steals things, but they had to steal from Jamie Lynn. Oh my goodness. No, no, no. Oh, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. You should hang your head in shame.
I need the shame
How was
bell.
that?
You need to get the shame bell in the from Game of Thrones. Yeah, come on. Jamie Lynn's never stolen a thing of her life. She's worked hard her whole life, right, Steph? She's just a hard-working actress who's worked mostly when she was a kid, and then a few days on a Netflix show. She's a hard-working girl, and then she, had her husband, just weirdly get some money from her sister's account, for work done. Yeah, hey, look, it's all in the up and up. How dare these people steal her work? Anyway, there it is. So her book sale not doing well. In fact, on top of that, what was also, I was reading this before, but the review is just a sad, unsettling read. Just all talking about how just oblivious she is to the fact that she's trying to rally sympathy, but she cannot acknowledge that her sister has gone through at least the same thing, if not 100 times worse. And most critics who read this book are just sort of just surprised by the lack of empathy she has, as well as the full of contradictions. I didn't know anything about the conservatorship, but what I knew, I tried to help about the concern. It's like she wants it both ways, and it's pretty embarrassing to read. But the book isn't performing quite well. Currently, it was sitting at 95 when this was there, above a biography of George Soros and behind Big Shot Diary of a Wimpy Kid 16. She's been out there promoting this, big, but all the reports I've been seeing and coming in, she did not do well. When they slashed this book so quickly. Here's another thing I wanted to share from a fan. This comes from Soli. What's up, Soli? Sent me this on Instagram. I love this. She sent a bunch of photos from her, I guess, at a local Target. Can you see Jamie Lynn's book there, prominently displayed, Steph? It's right back there behind the other books. So then, okay, so she...
That's like a Where's Wally moment.
Yeah, she had to push over to find it, and there's one. Okay, it's hidden behind the books. But what was interesting is when she did then finally, Target has it labeled as "I must confess." So all this idea that it was never labeled that. Oh my God, it was never going to be that. Nonsense. Nonsense.
Oh my goodness.
Target had the book order a while ago, and it was when it was called "I Must Confess." I find it hard to believe the publisher would have gone to all these warehouses with a fake name that wasn't approved by Jamie Lynn. You know what I mean, Steph? I don't buy it. Another one of lies Jamie Lynn has said. But there it is.
We have caught her out in, allegedly, of course. But there's two things to note about this whole situation. The first thing is, again, it's about what Jamie Lynn was doing was she's trying to control the narrative to try and put a image out there that her book was doing better than what was actually going on in, reality. Because she's all there on her Instagram saying, oh, we're number one on the Christian book chart, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. But then what about the overall book chart that actually means something? Oh, guess what? You're 95. Actually, your book's not doing as well as you're making it out to be. The second thing to note about this whole situation with a book tanking is I used to work back at my university days in a bookstore, a very well-known book chain in the UK. And let's put it this way, when a hard book comes out, hardcover comes out, and within 48 hours or so, you're already slashing prices on that book, that's not a good sign that your book's doing well. It's not doing well if they're already having to slash the price as soon as it comes out. So yeah, it was doomed before it even started, this book situation. And for me personally, Karma, she is a queen and she knows who to aim her gaze at. Let's put it that way. And Jamie is in the crosshairs of Karma right now, and I'm living for it. I'm sorry. I really, really am. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I am living for this book tanking at the moment. And if anything, it shouldn't be in the biography section. It should be where a mother's book is probably at right now, in the fiction aisle.
Facts.
My opinion. But there we go.
I was trying to get this to load. What's really funny is there's a bunch of book suppliers. And if you Google it, I must confess, family, fame, and figuring it out, most of them have it labeled as that because they didn't care to change it. But yeah, it's very clear that things I should have said. Fame fan, like Amazon had it sort of like it's so clear that this book was titled something else earlier, and she's now caught because she realized that was stupid. Because she can't say my book is not about Britney when the book's called I Must Confess. Clearly someone was helping her with the damage control points. But there you go. All the evidence coming in that Jamie Lynn, not only blowing her fences, blowing herself up in her face. All those, I love when BJ said it too. All these interviews, the book, all of it is just going to destroy her during the criminal trials later. Yeah. All the stuff that she's now said on the record can be used against her later on, including the book and everything else. So it's just beyond me how dim she is, thinking that the timing was. It goes to show her narcissism. Her ego is just a show. I can't get figured out. I don't know why she needed to do it now, aside from trying to pat her ego. But she knew it was going to cause so much rifts. I still can't figure. And then for what? It doesn't even seem like she'll make that much of a payday. Shocking. Hopefully Britney writes her book and we can all celebrate then. Real quick before we move on to the next topic. Thank you, Britt, for the super chat. Jamie won't accept an invite to her own lynching, so I guess she's not coming here yet. I guess that would make sense. Christina Lawrenson, Jamie Lynn wouldn't be allowed to come onto your channel. Lou and Jamie Sr. would block that straight away. Yeah, I can't see her. I can't see her going on anybody. I'm so sad that Call Her Daddy girl could have been a hero. She could have really grilled her, and she didn't. And it just shows she was a friendly of Lou and or Jamie Lynn, and that's why she did it. And I think Call Her Daddy, which actually I didn't mean to go there. I did have this. Here it is. She got a lot of flack. Alexandra, whatever her name is, Call Her Daddy on the Reddit groups and the pages. A lot of people were really mad on how she was anything but fundamentally accommodating. Cooper style favored the guest. She not only comes off as sympathetic but very much in support of Jamie Lynn. There's, of course, value in hearing her side. The question is verification. And so where was they were talking about sort of the fans were not happy with how she handled the interview. A lot of, I guess, her fans were Britney fans, and that she just didn't feel like she did it. And this Call Her Daddy show is like, it was like Howard Stern for girls is really what this became. Like girls standing up and like not being afraid to talk dirty and raunchy and whatever. And it was on Barstool Sports, and now she's trying to spin it into a new brand. She's had Emily Ratajkowski on and Amanda Knox. She's trying to like make this more legitimate now that she's got her big Spotify deal. But, that's what a lot of people do. But she's going to lose a lot of her original fans. And she did lose a lot of her fans in this embarrassing, plus all the trouble uploading and everything else. It's clear this was a big move for her. Ultimately, probably will do more help than harm at the end of the day, just because she got a big get during the chaos of it all. So props to her in that regard. But she lost a lot of cred among fans for not grilling her and actually trying to give some, not even just, I don't think it's a grilling is the wrong word, just asking the right questions, Steph. It was such a softball, fake, hard questions, and really didn't give anybody any side to Britney's side during all. Just, oh yeah, Jamie Lynn, right? Oh yeah. Oh, why do you think they're doing that, Jamie Lynn? Oh, well, yeah, well. And then a lot of leading the witness. I hated that as well. But yes. Yeah, thoughts on that, Steph?
Oh, what a missed opportunity to actually ask the real questions. It was just essentially, I felt like that all the way through. The questions were all of them were to Jamie Lynn and Team Con's favour. And it would definitely lead in the witness. Like, for example, miffed me off how she turns around and she's like, and all of the internet is against you. No, not all the internet is against her. If you see her book reviews, there's a few actually that are still like in the Jamie Lynn situation. Okay, fair enough, whatever. However, I wonder how many of those are actually legit reviews. Just a side note there. But, leading them on, there's as if it's like everyone against her and that she's the victim, this, that, and the other. A lot of the questions to me, it was there to not only lead her on to make her look like she's actually the better person than she actually is, but also as well to actually make her out that she's a victim too. And it's like, No, she is not, in my opinion. And the evidence that we see in our faces so far and everything that's coming out to light indicates that that's not the case. So why didn't you draw on all that evidence and everything that's coming up at the moment and be like, well, hang on a minute, you said this. However, when you look at these legal documents, your name's all over it, and you actually signed this to be in charge of the trust for Britney's sons. So you're saying you had nothing to do with the conservatorship. Well, actually, this documentation says otherwise. Can you explain that? Do you know? And don't even have to do that. I wonder if she actually read the book, to be fair. But let's give her the benefit of the doubt and say that this interviewer did, right?
Well, she didn't, but yeah, okay.
Give her the benefit of the doubt that maybe she did. Okay. I don't think she did either, to be fair. However, every single page, there is a contradiction. She could have questioned on a number of contradictions in the book and be like, okay, I understand that you want to use your voice, this, that, and the other, and tell your truth or whatever they want to bloody well jazz it up with. However, you said this here, but then you said this here. So the most famous one is you said that Britney scared you when you were a child because, you know, she got you into her bedroom and she was acting erratic with a knife and you were thinking, what the hell? However, a little bit later on, you turn around to Britney and be like, oh, come live with me and my kids. Well, if you were scared about Britney's erratic behaviour then and believe that she should still be in the conservatorship because she is quote unquote crazy, why would you then, from the experience you had when you were younger, invite crazy Britney, the knife-wielding crazy Britney, to your own home where you now have kids? You don't want that person around your kids. So, again, it just, yeah, I'll show up now because I'd gone a long
no,
ass
it's
rant,
never shut
dude.
up. Well, and also never show up. So good to have Lewis in the building.
Hey!
What's up, Lewis from Nerd
What
Report?
up? What up, Popcorn Planet?
Happy to have you, sir. We're talking all the wrapping up our Jamie Lynn Spears Britney drama. And there was just one last thing I was going to go to before we pivot to over and here you're doing, Lewis. But yeah, I mean, there was a whole you reported on this, I think, over the weekend. But the week from hell and sort of summing it all up. But yeah, the book's tanking with retailers slashing its prices. All of this was just not a good week. They went a lot of the articles out there sort of summing things up and all really noticing how quick it was. $26. Now it's, I think, what was it, $18? All of it just going down fast to try and make it more relevant because they know it wasn't selling at the price point. So they're like, all right, let's lower it down. And the more they lower it down, the less money Lou and Jamie Lynn make. You know, that those higher up markings are when they get, and if they're not selling it up, they don't get to get as much. So book was doomed from the start. Blatant attempt to profit off of Britney. All this stuff. It's just anyway. We've hit all this. We've hit all this, but it's encouraging to see the media finally being on Britney's side for once, which is a rarity. And so I do agree. I'm happy that they're at least covering this and getting it out there. So good on that. Pamela, thank you for the chat. Thanks for everything, Andy. Hope you're feeling better and the family's better. We all are all feeling better. We're all now negative. Woohoo! We're all in the clear. Proud to be part of this community. Proud to have you, Pamela. Thank you so much for being here. Popcorn producer. She's a producer, people, for 4 months now. Oh my goodness. That's level 3. That's a level 3 level. That's no joke. Thank you, Pamela, for all you guys do. Appreciate you being in this community. A couple more chats I want to make sure I didn't miss, and then we'll get to story number 2. Got lots more to talk about tonight. Where was it? Oracle of the Light. To do this to another parent, shame on Jamie Lynn, and this will bite her in the AA. Every child needs their father. Karma is all I have to say. It's true. When you grow up, you're eventually going to want to seek out that parent. No matter what your parents do. That's why I say don't talk crap about them. Be the better parent. Let your parent figure it out for themselves. If she wants to grow up and figure out that Casey was a bad dad, that's on Maddie to decide. That's why it's dangerous for Jamie Lynn to be out there saying anything else. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But I agree. I think karma will eventually get there, and hopefully Maddie will give her dad a shot to at least, have him be in her life. Once she turns 18, Jamie Lynn can't control her anymore. And Dark, thank you. Been subscribed for a while. Love your content. Stu became. Oh, and then we have a lot of members. Thank you, Dark Blonde Watch, for being here and supporting. And then we have Anna Godo. Thank you so much. And Michelle 1, Jamie Lynn and Jamie go to jail for monetary crimes to Britney. Maybe he will have a chance to get Maddie back. The irony of that would be insane, but maybe. And then MMs, good to see you, MMs. Love and miss you all. We love and miss you all. Good to see you. Thank you for chiming in. Good to see you there. And Anita Spencer, Jamie Lynn has a video on her Instagram where Alexander Cooper was promoting and singing new Zoe song, and Alexander has been paid to promote Jamie Lynn in the past. Interesting. There's a lot connecting the two. Well, there you go. That's our update on Jamie Lynn. You don't want me to do the... I just got your message. Should we trim it here, Steph, or should I do a little bit of Prince Andrew and keep them both in the video? What do you say?
I'd say trim it here.
All right, we're going to talk about Prince Andrew and the replay and so much more. If you want to see all that stuff... become a member. If you're watching live, you're going to get it right now. So that's what you get for joining live. If you missed us live, hit that join button. We'll talk about, we got the Andrew, his maid coming forward, lots more. You can always catch the full unedited replays during our live streams, if you catch them, for a little bit afterwards, and then later as a members only exclusive to all my amazing Popcorn Planeteers. So thank you, Planeteers. Thank you, Steph. Check out Steph over on Steph, the Alter Nerd. And check out Lewis on Nerd Report. Lewis, I got to hear from you. Let's talk in a little bit as well. We got lots more to talk about. If you're watching live, don't go anywhere. We're not done. We got so much news to go through with you. But we always trim this first video to be a little shorter to get it in the algorithm. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Be with you in 2 seconds.